Here we are at Michigan for the second race of the 1996 IROC season for the Michigan 100. Luke Rainey starts on pole, and to the outside of him will be Stuart Gratton. And then behind them is Trey Rainey. They got Ben Crouch and Julius Anderson, Alexander Rowe, Anthony Rodriguez, Griffin Lynn, Isaac Nichols, Jay Barker, and Rick Stevenson rounding out the field. 13 laps at Michigan. It should be a wild, fun race this afternoon. Coming off all the Daytona races we had, 10 Daytona races. Now we're going to start 10 Michigan races. It should be exciting. So the field paces their way off of turn number 4. The pace car make the left-hand turn to pit row. As we mentioned, 13 laps at Michigan. Luke Rainey on the front row, Stuart Gratton, and Rainey is the control car. They come down the front straightaway into the restart zone. Luke Rainey with the control car, and the green flag is in the air. We're racing at Michigan. Stuart Grant with a great jump on Luke Rainey and almost had him cleared going into turn 1, but Luke Rainey comes back on the inside with a big push from his brother Trey. As they hit 3 and 4, Luke will go up to the middle. Trey Rainey now all the way to the bottom lane, who leads lap number 1 at Michigan as they come off of turn number 4. Side by side, the Raineys, 3 wide down the front straightaway, and at the stripe, Trey Rainey leads lap number 1 by a nose. That's Julius Anderson coming to the bottom there, 3 by 3 here at Michigan as they hit 1. It looks like Stuart Grant got a little too high on the straightaway and actually clipped the wall. Luke Rainey way out wide. Into the wall hard, into the wall again. Keeps it off the, I believe that was the 7 car without wrecking, but he's falling back. Big problems for the 2 car. He hit the wall really hard. Hopefully he can keep in the draft. 3 wide, Anthony Rodriguez. 4 wide, how about with Griffin Lynn going to the bottom lane. Trey Rainey really up high. He got the wall coming off turn number 4. Got into the safer barrier. He's going to drop back. Luke Rainey does get on with, that's a black car. It looks like it's the 11 of Rick Stevenson. Again into the wall into turn 1. They're getting really high on the straightaways. Griffin Lynn to the race lead, but here comes Jay Barker in the 1 car. Again the 5 car into the wall. I think that's Julius Anderson. Yeah, he's getting hard into the wall here. He got on the wall on the straightaway, got on the wall off the corner. He's back there with Luke Rainey as a few cars pull away. Isaac Nichols looking to the bottom lane. So all but 2 cars are going to be in this lead pack. It's going to be Julius Anderson and Luke Rainey that are going to try and catch up as Isaac Nichols looks for the race lead underneath Jay Barker and will go right on by. And Stuart Grant following him out through there. Already 10 laps to go. So this race is going to go by fast. Stuart Grant to the bottom lane. Rick Stevenson is there in the 11 car. Going to try and make it 3 wide for the race as they come off of turn number 4. Stuart Grant will lead that lap. Rick Stevenson trying to get to the bottom lane. They hit turn 1 and turn 2. Close there. That 6 car. Alexander Rowe with a bold move all the way to the bottom. And it looks like, oh, there they go! And around goes the 9 of Trey Rainey. That will bring out a caution. And we'll have a restart. Trey Rainey, Jay Barker goes sideways. Anthony Rodriguez in the grass comes back up and saves it. And this will help the guys that were going to be falling out of the pack. They'll have a chance to restart with Rick Stevenson out front and chase them down to the stripe. Alexander Rowe. The yellow is out as Trey Rainey and Jay Barker go for a spin on the back straight. It doesn't look like any significant damage to those cars. Let's see what happened. Coming off turn 2 here, it's very hard to stay out of the wall. You can see there with Isaac Nichols, he's going to get the wall in that 4 car and come down to Jay Barker. Gets Anthony Rodriguez and Trey Rainey. They go spinning down to the bottom. Rainey does a 360, a 720, and keeps it going. Jay Barker holds the brakes. Trey Rainey spins it, gets it straightened down, keeps going. Jay Barker holds the brakes, keeps it locked down, and turns it around. The yellow comes out. No major accident. Rick Stevenson is out front. He's going to have to hold on for a restart here. Michigan's going to come with under 5 laps to go. Welcome back to Michigan. We're in the backstretch, getting ready to go green lap number 10 with 4 laps to go. No cars have retired from that wreck, as you can see. But up front, Rick Stevenson in the 11. In second, we have Alexander Rowe. Third, Stuart Grant. Fourth, Isaac Nichols. Ben Crouch, 5th. Then Griffin Lynn, 6th. 7th, Luke Rainey. Julius Anderson, 8th. Anthony Rodriguez, 9th. Trey Rainey, 10th. And Jay Parker, 11th. These two were involved in a spin that brought out the caution. They came down here and put tires on it. They'll be good to go. Rick Stevenson trying to hold on. This is going to be our final restart of the day. If the caution comes out, the race is over. Or we could go clean and green to the end and end it under the checkered flag. So here we go. Pace car into pit road. Rick Stevenson has controlled this 11-car field for the restart. This could be the biggest restart of Stevenson's life right here. Can he get away? Come to the stripe. The green flag is back in the air. Boy, you see back there, Alexander Rowe tried to make a move out to the outside. Didn't have enough of a run, and Stuart Grant will fill that hole and go all the way to the bottom. Trying to grab second place. Rick Stevenson does a good job to get away, but can he hold it for 4 laps is the question. And Stuart Grant, you know how much he wants to win. Down the back straightaway. Cratton can move up into second. He's clear. Ben Crouch coming for third. Yes, Griffin Lynn pushing him forward. Luke Rainey was losing the draft before that caution came out. That's a blessing for him as he's back up into the battle. He's up to 6th. 3 wide in front of him. That's for third. Griffin Lynn to the bottom. 3 to go. Rick Stevens has a pretty good lead, but no one can help Stuart Grant get up there. Someone's got to get clear of this big battle. Ben Crouch, Griffin Lynn to the bottom. And they're going to have to try and get up there and help Stuart Grant with the run. Alexander Rowe, though, is helping Ben Crouch out on the outside, and that's allowing the front two to really get away, but no one has anything for Rick Stevenson right now. Alexander Rowe will push Griffin Lynn. That'll get him past, but now all the way to the bottom goes Alexander Rowe. If Griffin Lynn can get clear, he has a shot. 2 laps to go at Michigan. Can Griffin Lynn get clear? They're going to be 3 wide entering turn 1. They're going to be 3 wide. Look at the run that they had because of that draft, but with them staying side by side like this, it's hurt. Jay Barker gets tight down low. Now Alexander Rowe to clear. Can he help Stuart Grant get up to Rick Stevenson? White flag this time. Shuffling back of the pack, trying to make anything they can do work. Here they come. Off turn 4. They'll make it to the white flag under the green flag, which means we will end this race under green. The white flag is out. Final lap at Michigan. Alexander Rowe trying to run down Stuart Grant and Rick Stevenson. The battle for second behind Stevenson. It's not going to help them at all. The 11 car could just cruise home to a victory, but if Alexander Rowe can get clear of Grant, he might have a shot. Down the back straightaway for the final time. Alexander Rowe has cleared. Does he have a run for Rick Stevenson as they come down the back straightaway into 3 and 4? It's not going to happen for anyone behind Rick Stevenson. Off of turn number 4, Stevenson dominates at Michigan. He got the lead, held on at the restart, and Rick Stevenson wins the Michigan 100 at Michigan. As the field comes across, dominating there by the 11 team, they win here at Michigan. What a race. What a finish. See the finishing results right there. Rick Stevenson wins the race. Alexander Rowe in 2nd, Stuart Grant 3rd, Jay Barker ends up 4th, and Griffin Lynn 5th. Then you got Trey Rainey in 6th. 7th is Anthony Rodriguez. Ben Crouch 8th. Luke Rainey 9th. 10th, Julius Anderson. Isaac Nichols ends out 11th. Congratulations to Rick Stevenson on a good victory here at Michigan. And we have a tie atop the points list. So now look at the point standings. Alexander Rowe is tied with Jay Barker for the points lead. Stuart Grant is 3rd in points. Rick Stevenson with that win moves up to 4th. Isaac Nichols, remember he won at Daytona, finished last here today. He falls down to 5th. Then 6th you have Trey Rainey. Julius Anderson 7th. Then you got Anthony Rodriguez, Griffin Lynn, Luke Rainey, and Ben Crouch rounding out the field. There's a tie for 10th in points. So what a race. What a great first 2 races. See, 2 people have finished in the top 5 both races. Alexander Rowe in the 6th, Jay Barker in the 1, and that is why they are tied in the points. So the next race will be the Watkins Glen 100 at Watkins Glen, but we have some more Michigan races. The 1997 Michigan race will be coming on soon. See you guys then.